I have another statement I would like to make. There is a posting on YouTube now. The title of it is "Why No Looting in Japan After Tsunami and Earthquake of 2011." And in that posting on YouTube, they've taken some clips of a message I preached in 2005 after the Katrina event, pointing up the barbarism, the animal behavior, the, order of the day, reactions and behavior of black men in a time of crisis and in a time of such as the Katrina event, how they conducted themselves by raping, by robbing, by fighting, by looting. Also after the 2009 earthquake in Haiti, the Haitian men, the black men, were robbing and looting and raping. In the wake of that tragic event, what black men are inescapable. They cannot do anything else but become barbaric. They did so at Katrina, and I preached that Saturday with all my heart, that when those people went into that dome, those black women and children and black men, there should have been organization. The black men should have set up posts to secure food, to protect the people, to try to find out if there are other people that needed to be rescued, set up communications with Ray Nagin, the mayor, and to try to make sure that all was well. The black pastors, and many of them were very prominent, with 20 and 25,000 members in their churches there in New Orleans, in the Ninth Ward, in St. Bernard Parish. They, of course, were able to get on their private jets and hightail it out of town, and did not come back or didn't think about trying to help their members who had bought those private jets for them and paid for all of their living. They left town as quickly as they possibly could when the flood waters began to rise. Now, my friends, you can argue with me, you can call me an Uncle Tom, you can call me an Uncle Ruckus, if that heals you and makes you feel better, but God knows I'm telling the truth. I was not down there telling those black men to act like animals, to rape those girls, to take all the food, and to stink up that dome with feces all over where the bathrooms backed up, and just a nightmare they created for one another, because when you leave black people unto themselves, that's how they act. Pastors who should have been there trying to heal, trying to comfort, trying to give some sort of direction to all of that, what was going on in the midst of Katrina, were hightailing it out of town on their private jets and taking the top floor of the Marriott Hotel in Atlanta and the Marriotts and the other fancy hotels in Dallas, and watching all their people wading through that water while they're sitting up in these fancy suites and flying around in their private jets and had their Rolls Royces and Bentleys flown to Dallas and Atlanta so they could ride around in their Bentleys while they were there. This is the nature of the black man. This is his true, unabashed nature. When he is left to himself, when the cavalry didn't come, when FEMA did not respond in the wake of the Katrina breaking of the levees, the black people set up a nation of killing one another because that's who they are, and they can't do anything other than that. Whether they are pastors with large amounts of monies or doctors with PhD or medical degrees, they cannot have a civilized unity of nation among themselves. And so that's why when they were left to themselves, the cavalry wasn't there, even the police began to loot and rape and rob and shoot and maim black people. And when the helicopter came finally, after days of struggling in that dome, the black men were beating the women trying to get on the helicopter, and the police had to pull their guns on the men and say the women and children first. This is the unabashed nature of black people. Now, you get angry with me because I identify that. You get angry with me because I will not walk lockstep with the lie that black leaders leaders and bleeding heart liberal white leaders tell about black people. I speak the truth about black people. It isn't because I hate them. If somebody doesn't tell the truth, they're only going to get worse. Now, I want you to compare what happened in Katrina and compare what happened in Haiti to what's going on now with the Japanese people, how orderly they are, how considerate they are of one another, how patient they are of one another, how they are responding to a disaster far worse than Katrina. I'm not sure in terms of death tolls whether it's far worse than Haiti, but you get the idea. You don't see looting. There is not one report of looting, of raping, or inhumanity towards man of the Japanese people one towards another. But I guarantee you, if it happens in a black neighborhood, black people turn on each other like dogs in the night. It is, and that is the black man can't do any better. He doesn't have the spiritual strength to do any better other than to turn on his own, to destroy, to rob, to rape, and to maim. He doesn't have any other strength. He doesn't have the integrity, the honesty to lift himself up. Now, your response to that is to get angry with me, but show me one incident where it doesn't happen routinely. And so why should we continue to sweep it under the rug? Why can't we talk about this? Why can't we accept the fact that that is exactly what happens and try to put in, recognize that the black man has a God problem. He's got a serious God problem. Even if you give him an opportunity, he's going to blow it. He's got a God problem. Why can't we try to come together as a nation and as a people, black people of Christians, and say, listen, this is your problem. Do we need to prescribe a certain kind of medicine? Do we need to prescribe Thorazine, Valiums? What do we need to do? Do we need to prescribe some sort of a training? Do we need to prescribe a removal of the hatred? Is it because the black man hates the white man that he in turn hates his own kind? What is it that this happens? Why is it that what have the Japanese people, what do they know about unity and humanity? What do they know about struggle and survival? What do they know that the black man doesn't know? Now, don't hate me for this. Don't hate me because you know it's true. Why do you hate the truth? Why? Why do you hate the truth? And as long as we continue to cover this up, the more we put in jeopardy all people, but mainly the struggling and suffering black people, the more we cover it up. Why can't black leaders admit that we are barbarous, animalistic, maniacal, helpless people? We can't do anything except destroy. We can't build. We cannot. The only thing we can do is destroy. And were we not here in America under the strong, watchful hand of the military, the police, and others in America, we'd tear up America in a heartbeat. Why can't we? Everybody knows this is true. Everyone. So why do we lie? Why can't we put this on the table? I believe, and I know, only God can help us. Only God can help us. Only God can help us. When the devil sent Obama, even Jeremiah Wright is saying it now. I'm just waiting for Louis Farrakhan to say it also. When the devil sent Obama, when the devil sent him, he took away the opportunity for us to come to the realization we got a God problem. No president, black nor white, can solve our problems. We've got something internally in our blood worse than sickle cell that causes us to attack one another and does not give us the ability, the strength to build a nation. We can't build. We haven't built. Why can't we talk about this? Why do you push me to the curb? Why do you hate me? Why do you hate me? Because I speak the truth. Look at the depth of what's happening. Look at what's going on all around you. Look at the death, the suffering, the poverty, the brokenness. And you want to continue that? Perchance The reason why you can't love what I say is because you are an animal and you don't respond in the human species culture of human relations one to the other. You are an animal. That's why you hate what I say. That's why you call me an Uncle Tom. That's why you say, and by the way, keep doing that, because when you call me an Uncle Tom, you say that I don't act like the black men that rape and rob and destroy. Keep calling me Uncle Ruckus, because when you do that, you are saying that I am not for looting and destroying and the failure of the building of a nation. You say that I can see beyond and that I know how to build a nation and that I'm not of the species of the average black man. I'm not like the average black leader. I'm not like the average black pastor. So keep calling me Uncle Tom. Keep calling me Uncle Ruckus, because every time you call me that, you separate me from y'all. You separate me from your barbarism. You separate me from your maniacal, animalistic behavior. You separate me from your failure. You separate me from the blood that's in your veins that doesn't have the know-how or the ability to build a chicken coop. You separate me from the darkness of Africa. You separate me. So keep calling me Uncle Tom. Keep calling me Uncle Ruckus. And I pray to God that one day you will become my nephew of truth. And you too will begin to speak out. Speak out loudly. Just look at Japan. Just look at Haiti. Look at Katrina. And the truth is plain to see. You leave black people to themselves, they'll kill each other. I am Uncle Ruckus, Uncle Tom, James David Manning.